Time for another exciting round of action. Round 18 is up here in the Premier League, and that means we're already halfway onto the Premier League. No one has an excuse for not looking at the table at this point because things are starting to eat up, things are starting to take shape, and we're already starting to get an idea of what the top of the table and the bottom of the table could look like. But, anyways, let's get to the point of this video, the predictions for round 18 and what we think might happen from a prediction point of view. Starting with you, Victor, what are your best straight win selections?
Tough week this one, right? I've had a lot of trouble finding decent value, and yeah, here goes nothing. So I've got City to beat Forest at 163. It feels like this one's good value given the form of the teams. And the fact that if you look at the other outcomes, a draw is at at over 450, and the win for Forest is at around 550. But the 163, I feel, is a bit long. It should be lower, but at the moment it's dropping, so get it while you can. The second one is Everton to beat Burnley. It's at 205. So, okay, sure. Everton are not doing all that well themselves, and they have two key players away for AFCON, but let's face it, it's Burnley. Besides, Everton have been decent on the road in their last few trips. They only lost to City and to Chelsea in their last 5 away games. And I've got a double chance of draw or Leeds to win over Sunderland at 153. I'm well aware of how this sounds, especially since we have been singing Sunderland's praises all season. But they have half a team away for AFCON, and it really showed against Brighton last time out. They were disjointed, they weren't their usual selves. So if you look at Leeds, they're in good form right now. They're unbeaten in their last four. They've been scoring plenty even when losing, like the 3-2 against Man City. I think they can spring a surprise here, but whether we can call it a surprise when it's two newly promoted sides against each other, you be the judge of that.
It was a tough game week to pick, and just like you said, and it's no surprise that two of my picks are, the same two picks that you mentioned as well, because I also have Everton to beat Burnley and City to beat Forest. But my third one actually is Arsenal to beat Brighton. Yes, I know Brighton can be stubborn at times, and Arsenal have been scoring own goals and penalties in their last three games. Fair enough, but this is a different fixture. Arsenal are playing at home. They just got into the Carabao Cup semi-finals. There's like a newfound confidence in the team right now. I think they should still be able to beat Brighton at home, and the fact that it's 1.40 means the bookmakers sort of agree with that one. And yeah. Anyways, moving on, Victor, what are your best goal market selections?
I'm going with over 2.5 goals for Chelsea versus Villa at 177. It seems long, but it's good value. Three of Chelsea's last five and all of Villa's last 5 games ended with three or more goals. I think both sides look very good from the midfield up, and you could consider even over 3.5 goals, but let's face it, the logical way to go is 2.5 plus here. Another one is Arsenal versus Brighton for under 3.5 goals. It's at 146. Again, going somewhat safer with this one, even though I feel like I could make an argument for even under 2.5 goals. Both teams are a bit restrained at the moment and also reasonably tight at the back. The major exception being Brighton's game against Villa 3 weeks ago. They lost 4-3. But for this one, I don't expect a very open game, Arsenal v Brighton. And the third pick I have is West Ham versus Fulham. I'm going BTTS on this one at 161. West Ham at home have scored and conceded in 3 of their last 5 on home soil. Fulham, 4 out of 5 on the road. And BTTS also landed in both head-to-heads last season.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, I'm going with City v Forest over 2.5 goals. It's at 1.67. Seems like there's good value there, and it seems like it should land for me. So I think that's worth it. I'm also going for Palace the Spurs. That's over 2.5 at 1.80. I don't know why it's that high, but I think both sides are pretty much inconsistent at the moment, especially in defense. So I think there should be a good chance to see a lot of goals. And then I'm taking the high road here for Liverpool Wolves at over 3.5 goals. Over 3.5 goals, right? I would have said under 4.5, but with Wolves you can't put an under market with Wolves because you don't know what to get. But I think that game should see a lot of goals. Probably Wolves might get the odd goal here or there. Anyways, moving on, Victor. What are your best player to score selections?
I've got Haaland, obviously, at 163, 5 goals in the last 3 games. Enough said, right? I'm also backing Voltemade against Man United. I think there's no way in which he doesn't punish a defense that has that has conceded at least 1 goal in the last 10 games in a row. Man United have conceded goals even to Wolves and West Ham. So Voltemade should get on the score sheet here. And the third one, for Liverpool versus Wolves, I'm backing Wirtz at 320. Uh, I suppose you could see this one as more of a Christmas wish for me than a tip.
Hmm.
But I genuinely believe this is when he breaks his duck.
Even Santa cannot grant that wish. I'm sorry. Even Santa, even Santa Claus cannot grant that. But yeah, anyways, my best player to score selections. Obviously, I've got Alan. It doesn't need to be explained at this point. But I'm also back in Liverpool v Wolves game. I've got Ekitike. I think it's going to be like the undisputed starter now, especially with the unfortunate incident with Isak. So
Yeah,
I think Ekitike should get goals against Wolves. Not even one, maybe two, perhaps even more. But yeah, Ekitike against Wolves, Watkins against Chelsea. For some reason, I'm backing Watkins to score against Chelsea. I really don't know why. I
I
don't
was
really don't know why.
considering this one as well, but he's just not convinced me enough this season.
Yeah, he has been blowing hot and cold, but yeah, this one I feel like he's going to score against. Then I'm also backing Saka against Brighton. I'm
Of
backing
course you
Saka
are.
against Brighton. Yeah, I just like I predicted the other time. I did say that the next penalty Arsenal we're going to get, Saka would give it to Gyökeres, and that did happen. But I think the next penalty Arsenal will get again, Saka himself will take it, and Arsenal have been getting a decent amount of penalties of late. So I think Saka should find the back of the net either from the sports kick or from open play, whichever one works. And anyways, just on a final note, Victor, any bold opportunity to take advantage of?
I like to believe I found the proper gem here. I've got Man United v Newcastle, combination of over 2.5 goals and BTTS. It's at 390.
Mm.
390. Staggeringly high for me. I feel like it's a great selection. It's a line that has landed in 8 of Man United's last 10 games and 9 of Newcastle's last 10. BTTS and 2.5 plus, it's surely worth a punt.
Yeah, fair enough. I really don't have any bold selection, but I mean, the most informed side in the league and probably in Europe right now. The bookmakers are giving them 4 odds to beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm backing Villa. I'm just going to back Villa and say they are going to win away. 4 odds is just too. It's too high to not take a punt on it. So
Yeah.
I think Villa to win at 4 odds, even their form, is quite a bold one that has some merit to it. So yeah, That's my bold opportunity for the weekend. And round 18 is just around the corner. I'm also predicting that we are going to see one or two shocking results. Probably Wolves do the unthinkable, give their fans a Christmas gift, to think about for the rest of the season. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see how everything unfolds. And in another video, we'll be giving a proper preview of the games happening this weekend. Stay tuned so you don't miss out.